Our escape so far has been pretty successful, but we've had a few close calls with our old friend the Uragan, who you can see is over there minding his own business. He's trying to find us, but he never will. He's actually not trying to find us. He's on his normal patrol route, so he's completely oblivious to our presence. We are running silent, and we're almost out of Kola Bay. Once I get to about here, I'll start to feel a little bit more comfortable, but planes will be with us until we get to probably about here. So this is going to be a little bit tedious. I'm not going to subject you guys to the footage of constant destroyer and or plane attacks, just because I think you guys get the idea of how they work. I kind of just try to avoid them whenever possible. The only exception, of course, would be if we were to take some kind of horrible damage, in which case I would probably start crying and screaming, and everybody wants to see that, right? Probably not. So anyways, that's the plan. We're still moving forward. We're still avoiding him. He's gone out of hearing, it looks like, because he's on a dead angle for us, but that's okay. We're just going to assume everything's hunky-dory. And I'm going to actually bring us a little bit closer into shore. Whoops. Damn it. We'll just start with that and go from there. About some of this and a little of that. And that'll work. The reason I'm staying a little bit closer to shore is that I've noticed that he tends to kind of go down the middle of the bay here and then back out and does a little something or other here and then goes back in. So I'm trying to stay out of his way, and it's working so far. But if that changes, I'll let you know. You know me, I can't help but share my misery with you guys. Hey, so speaking of misery,
Wir sind auf Grund gelaufen. Wir sind auf Grund gelaufen.
Yes, we got it. Here's what's causing all that horrible noise. Here's our boat, that's the back, and then in front of it, oops. Yeah, that would be an anti-submarine and or torpedo net. Somebody asked in the comments how you detect them. Well, that's how. You just run right the fuck into them. I'm a little worried now because I don't know if that raised our hull up enough that we might be seen. In any event, though, that's not good. I'm going to back us off a little bit. We seem to have gotten down to depth again. Are we taking on any water? No. Looks like we just have compartment damage. We don't have any damage to the actual components therein. So he's moving away. He doesn't seem to have heard the ruckus. So I'm going to turn us to face east. Like that. And now we're going to move ahead. Just checking our CO2 levels because we've been under for a little bit. And there you go. There is another way of detecting them, and I'll see if I can actually do it. But I mean, it's next to useless. The only way that it would be useful to you is if you knew for sure that there were nets in the area, and that would be to not to do that. To put your scope up and have it stay underwater, and you can look around a little bit. You can see, like, we can see the front of our ship here. And you can see the bottom of the bay even here a little bit. But it's not really practical, of course, again, because it's such a short range. You can't really do that all the time. You'd have to be very, very certain that there was something in the area. On the bright side, those weren't mines. If those had been mines, I think you'd be hearing the dramatic death music from this game, because that would have probably done us in. I think our hull integrity is probably pretty low at this point. It's something I haven't been keeping very good tabs on. So, but we're going to try turning to the north here, I guess. No, let's go northeast. And hope that we can get around the nets. They don't, obviously they can't extend them all the way across. I mean, there's certain areas where they can, like, let's go to Scapa Flow as an example. They can block off entire channels here because they obviously don't want some of them to be used, period. Like this big one they would want to use for their big ships and everything. But, for instance, this one I believe is the one that Gunther Prian used to sneak in. And they had these block ships in the way. They were sunken hulks that were, you know, sunk ships that they put in there to impede progress, but they didn't really work all that well because you could steer around them. And having gone through this in the game before, you can very easily maneuver around them. You just have to be a little bit careful. But then there's also probably along this one, for instance, nets and mines and stuff like that. So it is a common hazard for harbors, and you have to be wary of them, but the only way to really actually tell where they are, unless you have an astounding memory, well, first of all, for friendly ports, you've got this handy little card, and Lorient has, let's see, nets here, and then mines here. But for hostile ports, you'd have to go into the save, or the campaign editor to find out, and that is cheating. But, you know, if you're ever curious, too, you can always check that out. I think that I'm going to return us to course, because I feel like we are probably around the nets. It would be hard for me to believe that they would extend out this far like that, but they could. You know, those cagey Russians. Right, and there's the Uragan, and he's still disinterested, so I think we're good. Yep, looks like we're all set. We just got buzzed by a pair of hurricanes, and I'm having to take us off of silent running. We got under pretty well in time, but I think one of their bombs might have just grazed us. This is a little bit of an issue because, yeah, I think we'll have plenty of time to get this all pumped out, but yeah, we should be alright, because you can see as the pumping goes down, the time for this compartment to die, basically, I guess, goes down as well, or goes up accordingly. So we should be okay, but the problem with this is that when I initially start to avoid a plane, I go ahead flank just so I can start to get us moving and get us under a little bit. But I think I might have gone ahead flank for a little bit too long, because there is a ship in the area, and I would be surprised if he didn't hear that ruckus. And I'm sure that he would also be informed by the we're fairly low. Oh, that's because we've got water. Just realized that we're still sinking, and that's because of the flooding that we have. So I'm assuming that we're going to get attacked here by the hurricane, or the Uragan here, but that remains to be seen. I need to get more people onto damage control here. Yeah, that helped. There. Pump that out. Let's see if this helps. Get you out of here. You go here. Matthew Hoover. Great job, buddy. What kind of damage do we have? We have some propeller damage. It's not that it's destroyed, but it is damaged, and it is going to be less efficient. What's in here? Ooh, our electrics are all damaged. We're barely moving. We're taking some damage, too, from... Or not damage, we're still sinking. That's what I meant. This could just be because of the hull at this point. This is not good, you guys. But we're going to have to probably repair our electrics here in a bit. What's the flooding recovery look like on this? 11 seconds. Okay, we should get water out of there fairly soon. Yeah, we're starting to come up. Now the question is where that ship is. We're sure creaking a lot. That sound is looping. Okay, that's just annoying. God damn it. Uh-oh. We've blown a gasket over there. There you go. Much better. I hope that's not a bad sign. Because one thing about losing hull integrity is that you become less and less able to dive. And he is closing, moving fast. Moving very fast. He's coming into the area. Okay, this is not good. This is officially bad. We're going to have to go silent. Okay, everybody... You know what? Everybody stay on that. God. This could be really, really bad. What I'm doing here is I'm freeing up efficiency so that we can have Leroy on damage control. So I'm a little bit worried about all this. He's coming right into the area here. He's sprinting up and he's doing a search pattern. We're going to get pinged. And I'm concerned about depth. I'm going to go to... let's go to 15. Thinking about torpedoes, but it's a 700-ton ship. We don't have any stern tubes, and even if we did, we would not be able to use them because they're damaged. He's closing. He's almost on a dead angle. Actually, he probably is at this point, so we cannot hear him. West. Go west, young man. Okay. No. Okay, no. We don't need to go west anymore. We are getting pinged. Actually, there is pinging occurring. He may not have acquired us. Hey, shower time. All right. Yeah, now we're officially getting pinged. Since he's over here, I'm going to turn us this way because of his defect in his depth charges. Here he comes. Well, guys, I'm kind of in shock right now. Obviously, I'm dead, so that would be pretty shocking. What a fucking dumb thing to say. Well, maybe I'll let the music do the talking for a second while I think of what to say here. It's okay. Here's looking at this. It looks like it's okay. Let's just digest what it's telling us right now. U-boat destroyed by collision. He doesn't look like he even touched us. Although, with that said, the prow of the ship could have hit the conning tower, and our hull integrity could have been so low that was enough. That was enough to push us over the edge. Combined with what happened with the planes just a few minutes prior. We had been absolutely shot to pieces by the planes, actually, now that I'm recalling all the attacks. You know, you don't think that the bullets will do anything because they're shooting at metal, but really a sub is not built to... hate to say it, but most things don't react well to bullets. I should never have said that. Oh, irony. But even those bullets that we were getting hit with by those hurricanes... those were doing damage. Those were doing significant damage, obviously. So that added up to it, or added up to a wonderful end to our patrol. You can see, actually, it's probably going to loop around, but he was actually about to depth charge us again, and I don't think those would have hit, but the collision was enough to knock us out. So we have sunk. We have sunk at the mouth of Kola Bay. All hands lost. 47. All of my loyal subscribers who signed up for this wonderful patrol are now resting at the bottom of the briny deep. They're in Davy Jones's locker. This is, man. I've been doing this, career for about a year. Actually, over a year now, and this just feels weird, to be honest with you guys. I was doing pretty well, up until I decided to go to Russia and, play around with the planes. Planes are no joke in this game. Don't assume that they're just plinking away at you with little tiny bullets. They're putting holes in your the pressure hull of your sub, and eventually those will add up. And then it doesn't help also if you get rammed by a, I guess that would be like a sub chaser there. And also we did take a few depth charge hits. We took some glancing bomb hits. I mean, this boat of ours took quite a lot of abuse, so I really can't say that I'm surprised at this, although it does look ridiculous right here, saying that it was destroyed by a collision when it's plainly not getting hit by anything. But again, I'm betting that it got hit by the prow of the ship and the ship bounced down. And when your hull integrity gets really low, even going down below 20 meters or so will start to pop rivets and start your ship to decompress or to compress and die, basically. So, damn it. Just damn it. Well, this means a few things. Obviously, this means that this is the end of this career. I don't know if I ever stated it explicitly or not, but this was an Iron Man playthrough, and since I'm dead, I am dead. I am not continuing on with this career. But that also means that I will be starting up Silent Hunter 4. Lucky you. This is definitely something I haven't said explicitly in any of the other videos, but I have always intended to play Silent Hunter 4 after the end of this career here. And, you know, it's not to say that we'll never return to this particular game. We may do another career in a different theater. Probably, I'm thinking of doing the Monsoon Group and see if we can, you know, raise some havoc in the Indian Ocean. Oh, my dog's trying to console me. Looks like he's he can tell I'm very upset right now. And I am a little bit upset. But, you know, this was taking a lot of time, and I think we might have been just about done with this anyways as far as a Let's Play goes. This has been, like I said, this has been going on for a year. So, I'm kind of happy to be able to hang my hat on this and call it done. See, here's a depth charge that he was launching. That's what I was talking about earlier. But it does feel weird. This feels very weird to be ending the patrol, ending the career, ending the lives of my 47 crewmates. Very sorry to all of you who died alongside me, but I did the best I could, kind of. I made some mistakes. I probably shouldn't have been so, in addition to all the other mistakes I made, I probably should have been a little bit more eager to dive in this situation, because normally periscope depth is not sufficient to avoid being rammed, but I thought this guy had a shallow draft, and I was apparently wrong. But there you go. So that's the end of the career of Otis Spunkmeyer. That's the end of this Let's Play by me, effing controller, as my dog tries to jump in my lap and tell me that everything's going to be okay. I'm sure it is, Fergus. I'm sure everything's going to be fine. Well, that about wraps it up. I'll catch you guys later, and we'll be starting Silent Hunter 4 in the, I don't know, next few weeks, days, hours? Who can say? I'll see you guys then.